What took you so long? Right? We're ready to go forward. Right? Even though we know we're not the ones that are supposed to be in that position, or we're not qualified. We're like, yeah, I'm straight. And we're ready to go in. What'd you say? Double the pay. Yeah, I'll go. But no. Abdur-Rahman Ibn Awf, even though he had the knowledge and the wisdom and the ilm, he knew, I'm not the one that belongs in that position. And some of you have to learn that. There'll be some times where you'll want to be in a certain position, or you think that you're deserving of something, and maybe you might be. But when you really look at the situation, it's better for you not to take it because of the reverberations and the problems that it could cause if you did. And that's called wisdom. That's called hikmah. And so, taqwa Allah, hikmah. Taqwa of Allah, fear of Allah, that's wisdom. Because it makes you think carefully. So sometimes, to get even with somebody, the first thing comes to you, yeah, I'm going to get even with that person. I'm going to bust that person up, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, to get even. But then sometimes you have to think back and say, well, wait a minute, I have to be wise. Because this person that I'm going to physically hurt, he's also friends with another friend of mine, and that could hurt our relationship. Or you think to yourself, if I do something to him, he has more friends than I've got. So something could happen to me. Or he's related to such and such, who is a cousin of mine. So something could happen. So sometimes you have to use wisdom, you have to think. And so what I'm saying is, to the believers that are here, those that are very young and those that are my age and those that are above, is sometimes you have to use hikmah and to be wise when you do things. Because once you make a really bad decision like that, it will haunt you for the rest of your life. And so Abdur-Rahman Ibn Awf was always looking at the wisdom. And that's why even though Khalid bin Walid was the greatest war general in history, he still differed with him because he said, we need to ask the Khalifa's permission. So we have to have that respect for authority, that wisdom. And sometimes we'll buck against our parents' authority or authority of people in our community that are in charge because we say, oh, I don't trust them, or whatever else. But sometimes you have to use wisdom and accept that. وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا ورسولنا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم أجمعين يا أرحم الراحمين ولا إله إلا الله. I wanted to start by thanking everyone that came for their time. And they're listening very patiently. Before we convene everything, is there any question on Abdur-Rahman Ibn Awf that we covered today? Because obviously the time that I went over is not nearly enough to even start to touch on him as a companion or any of the other ones. Yes? Question is, what was the business of Abdur-Rahman Ibn Awf when he went to the market in Medina al-Munawwara? Alhamdulillah, salatu wasalam. Abdur-Rahman had done the same thing in Medina that he'd done in Mecca, which was incense, vegetables, fruit, gold and silver, swords and such. That's what he specialized in. Yes. Is there any final question? Final question. Yes.
Where is the resting place today?
Very good question. The question is, where is Abdur-Rahman Ibn Awf buried? Alhamdulillah, salatu wasalam rasulullah. Abdur-Rahman Ibn Awf died at 75 years of age, and he's buried in Jannat al-Baqiyah. Buried in Jannat al-Baqiyah with the Medanese. Is there a final question? No? Okay, if there's no final question, then I'll convene, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك إنه غفور رحيم يا أرحم الراحمين لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه له النعمة والفضل والثناء الحسن الجميل لا إله إلا الله مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير اللهم لا مانع لما أعطيت ولا معطي لما منعت ولا ينفع ذا الجد منك الجد. O Allah, we have heard today about one of your companions. We ask today that you make us like him. And O Allah, we ask that you forgive us for our sins and whatever evil actions we've done. And O Allah, we ask that these companions today, that we can read more about them and understand what they've done in their lives and how they've served Islam. And O Allah, we ask that you make us among those who will serve Islam. And O Allah, we ask that you protect us from laziness and cowardice. And O Allah, we ask that you give us courage and hard work like the companions. And O Allah, those among us who want to become scholars, we ask that you make it possible for them so they can be like the companions. And O Allah, we ask that you bless us to be as good as the companions in their worship. And O Allah, we ask that you bless us to be more punctual in offering our prayers. And O Allah, we ask that you make us among those who offer all of our prayers in their proper time. And O Allah, we ask that you forgive us for our past actions and that you may give us strength so that we learn lessons from our previous sins. And O Allah, we ask that you protect us from going back into those sins again. And O Allah, we ask that you make us stronger believers and role models to those believers who are weaker so they might become strong as well. وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا ورسولنا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم أجمعين يا أرحم الراحمين سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك إنه هو الغفور الرحيم يا أرحم الراحمين ولا إله إلا الله جزاك الله خير.
Jazakallah for coming. I'd like to thank Shaykh for that beautiful speech and all the brothers who attended the event. Obviously, as usual, we've got some hot pizzas waiting for everyone, inshallah. Just a little announcement. There are some invitation magazines that will just come out, so please take one and give them out to your families and etc. Jazakallah.